Greetings and peace. I would like to start with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace be with you and yours, and Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. Today I would like to do a presentation on the Tao of Islam, a source book on gender relationships in Islamic thought by Professor Sachiko Murata. And as you've known, those that followed my channel, I have covered her previous book, The Chinese Gleams of Sufi Light, which I've enjoyed very much and covering it as well. And this, I enjoyed it in the same manner. So I hope you benefit from this, and I dedicate this to Sachiko Murata and to Sheikh Wahid Azal of the Nur Fatimiyya Sufi order. Let's jump right into this. So Professor Sachiko Murata is a distinguished scholar in Islamic studies and comparative philosophy. She holds a professorship at Stony Brook University, where her cross-cultural insights blend Islamic and East Asian thought, particularly through this book, The Tao of Islam, which was published in 1992. In this book, she investigates the intricate connections between gender roles in Islam and classical Islamic metaphysics, juxtaposing these with Taoist principles, revealing a rich tapestry of metaphysical ideas that have shaped gender dynamics in Islamic discourse. Professor Murata's exploration dismantles prevalent Western misconceptions regarding Islamic gender norms, proposing that these are deeply seated in spiritual cosmology rather than merely legal or societal frameworks. Now, Professor Murata really goes into this, and it's just like what I've covered in the Chinese Gleams of Sufi Light. She really does this cross comparison with the East Asian culture as well. And Anne-Marie Schimmel also writes a foreword for this book. And according to that, Professor Murata argues for a nuanced understanding of how gender dynamics can be reevaluated through an Islamic lens against the backdrops of modern critiques. And we need this revival, that's what she's saying, of an indigenous Islamic worldview, which may render historical abuses of gender relations more comprehensible and potentially resolvable. Now, central to her argument is the notion that traditional Islamic scholarship has not fully integrated the feminine perspective within its studies, thus limiting the overall understanding of gender relations in Islam. Through in-depth examinations of women's roles historically and spiritually, her work illustrates how the feminine has shaped Islamic spirituality and tradition, addressing topics such as the divine duality present in theological discourse and the importance of balance between masculine and feminine energies in both divine and human relationships. By critiquing Western feminist perspectives as sometimes imposing foreign concepts onto Islamic societies, Professor Murata emphasizes the necessity of approaching Islamic gender issues from within the context of its own intellectual heritage. Her own educational experiences in Iran, where she navigated and broke gender barriers as the first non-Muslim woman in a jurisprudence program, inform her understanding of gender dynamics in Islamic societies, facilitating her comparative studies that bridge Confucianism and Islamic thought on familial structures. The principles of yin and yang, central to both Taoism and Professor Murata's philosophies, serve to illustrate the essential balance of dual aspects of existence, creating harmony within Islamic cosmology as they relate to the divine relationship between God, Allah, and the cosmos. Fundamental to her argument is the interplay of divine love and compassion as contrasted with theological perspectives of divine incomparability, suggesting that understanding God requires an appreciation of both His majestic authority and intimate love for creation. In Islamic intellectual history, the diversity of theological positions complicates simplistic views of orthodoxy as it navigates a spectrum where characteristics of God are expressed through His divine names and attributes. This theological richness allows for an exploration of the external and internal dimensions of existence, positing that human beings as uniquely created entities embodying divine qualities serve as a vital role as vicegerents of God on this earth, navigating their existence with a sense of responsibility towards creation. The journey of understanding which Professor Murata argues for involves a necessary engagement with the cosmos as a reflection of divine attributes, emphasizing how human beings mirror both the divine name and the complex interplay of life qualities established by God through creation. The positioning of humanity in the universe embodies the delicate balance needed for recognition of the universe and the divine, suggesting that individuals possess natural inclinations towards goodness, thereby making their quest for knowledge both necessary and noble in fulfilling their roles in the grand cosmic plan. And that's what she's showing here through this understanding of the Islamic intellectual tradition and addressing the gender issues. Now, the Islamic traditions basically make you look at the intellectual and qualitative aspects of existence, focusing on the importance of insightful interpretive frameworks that connect sacred text to lived experiences, highlighting the nuances that shape gender relationships through a lens consistent with the divine order. Professor Murata delves into the metaphysical constructs found within Islamic cosmology, leveraging concepts such as the macroscopic and the microscopic relationships, presenting a grand unified theory of existence that reflects the divine attributes while maintaining the dignity of human experience and the dynamic interactions occurring throughout life. These concepts illustrate that existence itself is a canvas upon which divine qualities are continuously revealed and manifested, with each moment being pivotal for expressing the unique divine reality in a multiplicative world and ever-evolving relationship. Through evocative analogies from the Quran and the natural world, Professor Murata illustrates paths through which divine attributes are understood, stressing the vital importance of seeking knowledge and allowing it to inform and transform individual existence in alignment with the divine will. Her writing encourages an appreciation for the dialogue and this relationships present within creation, emphasizing interdependence as a key tenet in both the divine-human relationship and the interconnectedness of all beings within the cosmos. The dialogue involving divine names exemplifies the balance needed to appreciate both majesty and beauty as expressions of the divine, uniting the polarities necessary for growth and harmony in spirituality. Professor Murata discusses the essential duality permeating existence. The relationship between the manifest and the non-manifest leads to an intricate interplay where knowledge and existence inform one another, symbolizing the continual unfolding of divine presence in every aspect of life. In contemplating the journey towards divine union, one realizes the necessity of navigating both the personal and communal aspects of existence, where love, servanthood, and understanding of one's role within the cosmic framework serves as guiding lights towards fulfillment. The reflections draw on a wide array of situations that Professor Murata is teaching us on, basically showing this interplay between divine ownership and earthly responsibility, where we are, as human beings, vicegerents of this earth. This is our responsibility to take care of each other and the earth, where striving for equilibrium demonstrates profound respect for the divine mastery and mystery underlying all creation. The dynamic relationship between God and humanity emphasizes the importance of embodying the virtues exemplified by divine attributes, underlining the continuous interaction between the two spheres. Love and servanthood emerges as essential themes in this teaching by Professor Murata, encapsulating the essence of Islamic spirituality, which seeks unity without losing the diverse qualities present in the paradigm of existence. Now, cultural foundations enrich the discourse through the acknowledgement of gender dimensions as part of a broader cosmological vision that respects both the law and the spiritual, marrying the principles that govern life with the profound qualities that guide the soul's journey toward understanding the divinity manifest in all things. Now, Professor Murata, she's doing great work here, and I can really appreciate that. just like how we covered the Islamic and the Confucianism work that she did, Islamic gleams of the Chinese gleams of Sufi light. So the same aspect is being covered here on how we must come to this responsibility and appreciate the underlying strengths of Islamic intellect traditions in navigating the complexities of modern discussions surrounding gender and inviting engagement that seeks to basically revive authentic narratives that can guide contemporary discourses towards holistic understanding of humanity, and how balancing one's dual roles as a servant and vicegerent invites the exploration of humility in the face of divine authority, where individuals may find distinction within the larger framework of inclusivity designed by the compassionate Creator. In recognizing the nuances present in both divine love and the expectations placed upon humanity, a broader comprehension of the spiritual mission emerges, allowing for individual acts of servanthood to reflect the majestic unity found in the divine plan for all creation. This duality and the interconnectedness call for a renewed contemplation of divine justice and mercy as one navigates through the delicate balance between action and reliance, demanding active engagement with the experimental realities of existence in pursuit of understanding both oneself and the cosmos. As Professor Murata teaches and examines complex relationships in this book, she draws forth realities that weave together the historical with the metaphysical, reflecting the intricate dances of life that speak to both the harmony and the tensions existing within each individual's journey towards spiritual and communal fulfillment. Each aspect of this journey becomes a significant thread in the intricate tapestry of Islamic thought that beckons deeper exploration and understanding of the multifaceted relationships between divine attributes, human behavior, and the broader cosmic order, ultimately revealing enriching pathways towards higher spiritual realizations. The engagements with both literary traditions and lived experiences offer fertile ground for further exploration of how Islamic thought can address contemporary concerns with grace and integrity, affirming that the multidimensional experience of gender within Islamic spirituality can serve as a compass guiding toward deeper, more representative understandings of identity, responsibility, and divine connection in modern context, enabling an enriched appreciation of the legacies that continue to echo through time. The discussions surrounding Islam's intellectual traditions signify a journey marked by exploration and iteration as complexity within gender discourses invites authenticity and this reciprocal nature that we must try to find the balance in. Professor Murata's work is very enriching, and it does enrich the enduring dialogues that have shaped and continue to shape gender relationships within Islamic worldview. These rich explorations underscore the profound harmony existing within the duality of God's creation, illuminating paths forward towards understanding that embrace unity amidst diversity and promote healing through compassion, which remains a guiding principle in both historical scholarship and modern Islamic thought. Professor Murata shows the exploration and teaches that the exploration underscores that existence operates on a relative spectrum, with opposing qualities defining one another, and introduces the world of imagination as crucial for grasping relationships in the cosmos. Ambiguity in knowledge is noted by the professor, suggesting that clarity comes through recognizing connections between the absolute and its manifestations. Within Islamic cosmology, references to the seven heavens portray a spiritual realm where prophets embody divine attributes. The narrative of Professor Murata here describes creation stemming from an undifferentiated essence shaped by divine will, presenting a hierarchical governance of qualities among celestial bodies and elements pivotal to existence. Earth's significance contrasts with heaven, highlighting its nurturing role as the mother and emphasizing its blessings. Relationships of love, mirroring marriage dynamics within creation, act as vehicles for divine qualities. While various Sufi concepts, particularly from Ibn al-Arabi, elucidate parent-child dynamics in a cosmic context, Divine and natural marriages yield manifestations of existence with harmony across levels marking human perfection, and Professor Murata reflects on triplicity, or the Trinity in creation, mathematical significance, and relationships between different realms, emphasizing the balance necessary for understanding existence. Professor Murata continues to expand on these subjects as the pen and tablet emerge symbolically, illustrating divine attributes and the role of the intellect and soul in shaping reality, equating the spirit with a feminine nature and intellect with a masculine nature. The interplay between these forces is explored as counterbalancing yet interdependent components of existence, serving as vessels for knowledge of God. Presenting a Sufi cosmological perspective, Professor Murata delves into the complexities of existence, the essence of creation being intertwined with the divine, and the necessity for relationships across all layers of the cosmos. Professor Murata's discourse further emphasizes the significance of understanding self and God through marriage and sexual relations, grounded in divine love and duty, uniting corporeal and spiritual aspects of life. The Prophet's life serves as an exemplar of honor and respect towards women, while basically Professor Murata confronts these traditional views, proposing a more nuanced understanding that integrates the feminine within the divine framework. The emphasis lies on love as a transformative force leading to spiritual fulfillment, with marriage is like as a means to unite discordant energies into harmonious creation, reflecting the balance sought in the cosmic order. And basically, from the perspective of Sufi thought, the acknowledgement of these phenomena's experiences highlights the importance of the heart in the knowledge of God. Gradual unveiling comes through layers of spiritual understanding, where ethical considerations and personal virtues evolve out of recognizing the divine within oneself and others. This exploration between body and spirit further illustrates harmony maintained by intellect, guiding towards divine attributes amid worldly distractions. Professor Murata continues her discussions on the human spirit, elucidate its rank and role in the cosmos, mirroring higher realities while addressing the necessity for balance between differing faculties of the self. Through self-reckoning, the path towards the divine is established, fostering a profound interconnectedness between the microcosm of human experience and the macrocosm of divine creation. In this light, Professor Murata portrays the journey of transformation by acknowledging both the luminous and dark qualities sourced from celestial attributes. Through this synthesis of relationships across the holistic spectrum of existence, a nuanced depiction emerges, one in which humanity seeks to perfect itself in reflection of divine beauty and understanding. And basically, it's a culmination in a notion that transcends the dichotomy of existence towards a harmonious return to the source. This understanding cultivates a spirituality that honors connections with both God and creation, navigating realms of intellect, spirit, and nature, leading to an ethical life rooted in divine principles. The embodiment of virtues underscores a pressing teaching from Professor Murata, through each relationship inviting deeper understanding into the cosmic and personal dimensions of existence. By invoking both intellect and emotion, the subject material elucidates that the pursuit of knowledge ought to embrace humility and reverence, acknowledging myriad layers shaping the intricate existence of beings. Such a framework enables the discourse to weave in and out of practical wisdom and theoretical insights, providing a robust narrative on the human experience as fundamentally interwoven with divine intervention. Professor Murata teaches us that ultimately the resulting harmony encapsulated through interdimensional dynamics presents a call to engage with spirituality in terms of ethics, enriching one's journey as both individuals and part of a collective embracing divine purpose. The synergy demonstrated by Professor Murata highlights an internal truth, which is that the path to divine love manifests in relational experiences echoing profound truths of existence, thus inviting thoughtful introspection and fostering a community dedicated to embodying such principles across dimensions of life. Recognition of the dance between opposites enhances the understanding of wholeness, guiding each toward appreciating even the subtle aspects of life as pathways leading ultimately back to divine unity. Further, fostering a community driven by such shared insights in navigating the myriad experiences encountered along the spiritual continuum. And that is so true because in Islam, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. And Rahman is feminine and Rahim is masculine. And both bring those energies together of Almighty God, this genderless, formless, androgynous energy. And even in Islam, your faith is not complete until you marry the opposite sex. That's when your faith is complete. You become the one. Just like in the Matrix, right? You have this alchemical marriage between Neo and Trinity. And that's when they awaken the one within each other. So whether it's Islam, the chemical marriage that I explained in the Rosicrucian video, it's all like all these paths are teaching you the same exact thing of finding God within, uniting with the opposite, etc., etc. Professor Murata teaches that the road ahead thus entails a pledge to recognize and cultivate these interconnected relationships, affirming the essential nature of love, respect, and understanding as pivotal in nurturing a more profound harmony between earthly life and heavenly callings, aligning actions and intentions towards universal flourishing while remaining mindful of the sacred journey undertaken together. Each facet of life is underscored as one of significance, revealing the magnificent interplay of existence at every turn. Professor Murata in this book teaches us that the gestures towards creating a legacy of deepened compassion and wisdom is important, and celebrating the breadth of human experience while constantly gazing towards the divine light illuminating the journey ahead. The journey of the soul towards perfection encompasses various levels of existence, transitioning from potentiality to actualization, ultimately leading to a profound understanding of existence in the pursuit of knowledge of God. The climax of human perfection is realization through unity with God, characterized as the final cause and absolute agent. Mullah Sadra, who I did the recent video on the act of being, and Sheikh Wahid Azal is doing a fantastic course on this as well, articulates this metamorphosis of the soul as it gravitates towards the active intellect, encountered through the embodiment of prophetic virtues, such as those exemplified by the Prophet, who stands as the epitome of spiritual excellence as God's representative. The feminine essence of the soul underpins the submission to the divine origin, while attributes such as chivalry and manliness, which includes noble virtues like generosity, emerge significantly within Sufi traditions. Serving others without elevating oneself is the essence of chivalry, contributing to knowledge-seeking, enduring kindness towards others, and a deep self-reflection leading to an elevation of the soul into a continuum of divine friendship. Attributes associated with masculinity and manhood exhibit parallels in women, especially concerning the spirit's struggle against base desires. The negative manifestations of masculinity appear when the soul exerts control appropriately, impeding spiritual progression. The framework emphasizes the connection between the human soul and Iblis, drawing attention to the soul's governance over its attributes, such as appetite and hunger, which, of course, illustrates the necessity of intellect in channeling the soul towards the good. Rumi's allegories position the soul akin to animals, reflecting on the control exerted by a peaceful soul versus one succumbing to negative influences like Iblis. While the suggestion that peace entails a command over one's faculties and bodies, Sufi literature presents the soul as both a source of evil and a battleground for overcoming its dualistic nature. Now, Shihab al-Din Umar Sohrawardi's work, reiterates that the elimination of negative attributes is vital for elevating the soul's spiritual condition. The concept of sensory intuition is discussed as limitation set against intellectual insight, where overcoming negativity enables humanity to exert divine vicegerency on the universe. Following sensory instincts instead of following prophetic insights can lead to misguidedness. Now, the narratives surrounding Adam and Eve depict the significance of intellect and divine guidance in aligning one's soul with higher truths, also underscoring the repercussions of succumbing and falling astray to temptation. The temptation leads to human repercussions in the world, portraying hardships as catalysts for ascension towards the original purified state of being. The relationship between heart and soul delineates the consequences of relying on sensual attributes rather than intellectual direction. Scores hint at the afterlife's integral connection with the qualities acquired during earthly life, where one's attributes determines the soul's eternal fate, spanning between righteousness and demise. Character attributes play a vital role in this balance, indicating that lacking divine characteristics subjects one to a base kind of existence, as various examples across Islamic literature and text underscores the close ties between human traits and animal characteristics. Qualitative correspondence suggests a microcosmic alignment of cosmic principles, where humans serve to bring their attributes into alignment with the divine. Solomon's transformation of attributes from disobedience to angelic nature signifies the essence of obedience in altering identity, highlighting how the soul will engage with different realms post-mortem. Following death, a soul enters the world of imagination, where its essence connects with direct perceptions of reality. Character traits emerge, presenting themselves as animals according to the dominant life trait, with purity remaining a goal which is necessary for self-elevation through good actions. The endeavor for self-purification and adherence to Sharia becomes paramount, emphasizing maintaining a balance between caprice and anger to avert the dominance of negative traits. Such equilibrium leads the soul on a journey to God, accentuating anger and caprice not only as means to divine nearness but also as attributes shaping human existence. Professor Murata teaches us that the idea that through this concept of earthly attachment, love and jealousy, and this cleansing process that we go through, these hardships in life and even after death, the post-mortem period, can drive the soul towards divine presence. The heart emerges not only as the fulcrum of human identity, but also as the critical medium through which understanding God manifests, outlined thoroughly in religious holy books. Its growth parades the spectrum from imperfection towards perfection, underlining the significance of divine illumination within cognitive realms. The dynamic between heart and intellect parallels that of spirit and soul, resonating through various interpretations of the Prophet's ascension. Professor Murata further discusses the necessity of yielding personal ambitions to a higher power, advocating against self-directed governance as spirituality hinges on surrender. Human existence divine correlation examines the interplay of spirit and soul, culminating in a revealed heart that fosters humanity's highest qualities. The heart acts as a channel for God, bridging the human with the divine, as traditions emphasize its crucial role in spiritual growth. Escaping baseness contributes to spiritual ascendancy, while the pursuit of balance precludes undue influences and fosters sincere connection with God's wisdom. Amidst gender discussions, spirituality addresses both masculine and feminine aspects under the concept of submission to God and deterrence from unhealthy hegemony. The essence of true humanity lies in transcendent relationships beyond carnal dominance, urging people to achieve righteousness through the alleviation of egocentric tendencies. Now, Descriptions of men and women resonate with underlying spiritual dimensions, where true luminary qualities encourage one to rise above earthly depravities. Prophetic mandates clarify structured relationships, where the focus on compassion combats socio-spiritual challenges inherent in contemporary discourse. Historical reflections verify the dialogue between the modern period that we're facing today and the modern nature which has encompassed humanity, understanding and traditional principles, illustrating common struggles within Islamic society, regarding the comprehensible nature of gender roles while respecting the hierarchy established through divine proximity. Now, Professor Murata is just teaching us all of this, that you got to look at what Islam is actually teaching you and what the cultures are teaching you. So myself, coming from Pakistan, there's a lot of stuff in Pakistani culture on how women are treated, which is against Islam. Islam tells you to basically give those due rights to a woman. She's not supposed to be a slave in a house just as a maid, right? She's got more rights than that, and the privileges to do more than that. So Professor Murata is telling us to look at how these gender roles are examined actually through Islam and not what your culture is teaching you or visualizing to you. So this is very important to realize. Now, it's important because laying pathway towards integrating the divine names and attributes into the fabric of daily existence, which is, of course, forming a symbiotic connection between the mysticism and ethical practice. Now, basically, if you look, we have to sit down and reflect on this, on furthering our spiritual fidelity. Now, Sufi texts explore divine relationships through attributes such as majesty and beauty, emphasizing the significance of understanding and embodying these qualities to achieve nearness to God. The manifestations of divine attributes in the cosmos reflect the interconnectedness of existence and the pursuit of spiritual perfection. Now, intimacy and awe are highlighted by Professor Murata as essential elements in spiritual practices, fostering a deeper connection with the divine. The relationship between God and the cosmos is seen as active and receptive, where worship serves as a means to experience divine mercy and justice. Now, the perfect human in Islamic thought is looked upon from three different attributes. One, servanthood and governance, where the perfect human, Insan al-Kamil, serves God. They embody qualities like mercy and justice. This role involves governing the macrocosm with balance, reflecting divine attributes. Two, bridge to the divine. The perfect human connects God and the cosmos. This connection emphasizes submission to God, enhancing understanding of divine purpose. 3. Embodiment of perfections. The perfect human shows divine qualities such as love and wisdom. Through spiritual practices, they strive to embody these attributes in daily life. What is creation and cosmic interconnectedness? We look at heaven and earth, which heaven symbolizes highness and light, while earth represents lowness and fruitfulness. This duality illustrates the balance within creation. The cosmic relationships. The relationship between heaven and earth highlights the interconnectedness of all elements in the cosmos. Each element plays a crucial role in maintaining harmony. Elemental interactions. The elements interact through metaphors of marriage and parentage, emphasizing their significance in understanding the cosmos. These interactions reveal deeper connections between the intellect and the soul. The interconnected existence. The interconnectedness of existence reflects divine attributes in both physical and spiritual realms. This unity and diversity underscores our place in the cosmos. Marriage and this divine alchemical union of the feminine and masculine is important, as we see that marriage is seen as a reflection of God's creative act. It serves to develop good character traits in individuals, highlighting its significance in spiritual growth. Marriage symbolizes the balance and unity within creation. It represents the divine interaction between God, man, and woman, illustrating the interconnectedness of existence. Women are essential in receiving and embodying divine attributes. Their role in marriage is crucial for recognizing and reflecting divine love in the spiritual journey. And that's why they say behind every good man is a good woman, right? The cliche saying. And that is true. And all these paths and basically these initiatic systems are all teaching you the same exact thing: to submit to the will of God, to perfect your character, to become opposite with the other half and experience that alchemical marriage within yourself and the other half. So it's all intertwined together. To conclude this presentation, we see the main points that are taught in this book by Professor Murata. One, which is the divine attributes, that understanding and embodying divine attributes is essential for achieving nearness to God and spiritual perfection. Two, spiritual perfection. The ultimate goal of spiritual practices is to attain union with God through manifestation of divine qualities. 3. Interconnectedness. The relationship between heaven and earth reflects a balance and unity in creation, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all existence. 4. Role of the perfect human. The perfect human, Insan al-Kamil, serves as a bridge between God and the cosmos, governing through servanthood and embodying divine attributes. Now, the Sufi perspectives that Sufi text, including this book and other teachings from different masters, highlight the importance of intimacy and awe in spiritual practices, exploring the nature of divine relationships through attributes like majesty and beauty. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of covering Professor Sachiko Murata's book, The Tao of Islam, and I hope those that have watched the previous one, The Chinese Gleams of Sufi Light, you enjoyed that one and you enjoyed and were able to benefit from this one as well. I'll put the link in the video description below where you can get this book directly from the publisher. So thank you for watching. If any questions or comments, please email me at salmansheikh911@gmail.com. All images in this presentation used were retrieved from public domain searches and are the rightful property of their respective owners. The images used in this video presentation are for the purpose of nonprofit awareness and education, which is protected by the copyright laws of fair use, education purpose. All my videos are for nonprofit and education purposes. Thank you. All rights reserved.